Your profession?
A poet, Yvonne admitted reluctantly.
Oh, how unlucky I am.
The guest exclaimed with chagrin, but he immediately caught himself, apologized, and asked,
And what is your name?
Homeless.
Uh-huh.
the guest said, wrinkling his face.
Why, do you dislike my poems?
Yvonne asked with curiosity.
I dislike them dreadfully.
What did you read?
I've never read any of your poems.
The visitor cried nervously.
Then why do you say that?
And why not?
The guest replied.
As though I hadn't read others. Unless there's some miracle? Very well, I'm prepared to take your word for it. Are your poems good? Tell me yourself.
Awful.
Yvonne suddenly blurted out, frankly and courageously.
Don't write any more.
The guest pleaded.
I promise and I swear.
Yvonne said solemnly. The oath was sealed with a handshake. ...
You will not throw a fit, will you? We are all unreliable here. There won't be any need for doctors, injections, and all the rest of that.
No, no.
exclaimed Yvonne.
Tell me, who is he?
Very well.
The guest replied, and said slowly and significantly.
It was Satan whom you met last night at Patriarch's Ponds.
Yvonne kept his promise and did not throw a fit. Nevertheless, he was thoroughly shaken.
But it cannot be. He does not exist.
In heaven's name, you ought to be the last man to say this. You were evidently one of his earliest victims. Here you are, confined as you know yourself, in a psychiatric hospital, yet you keep harping that he doesn't exist. Really, it's incredible.
Confused, Yvonne fell silent.
The moment you started to describe him,
The guest continued.
I guess with whom you've had the pleasure to talk last night. But really, I wonder at Berlioz. Well, you're a man of a virgin mind.
The guest apologized again.
But he, as far as I've heard, had read a few books after all. The professor's very first words dispelled all my doubts. It is impossible not to recognize him, my friend. However, you must forgive me again, but if I'm not mistaken, you're an ignorant man?
No doubt about it.
The unrecognizable Yvonne agreed.